Hello, welcome to Strategy and Tea. This is episode 6, and our guest today is Robin. She's a lead generation specialist and the founder of the C4 network. And she's going to share with us how lead generation can help us as online course creators. So, welcome, Robin. Thank you for accepting my invitation and for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
So please tell us about your story and how you got involved in course creation and lead generation.
So, like many course creators and coaches and consultants, anybody basically trying to sell any online product, basically, I made the product first, which meant I made the course first. I went through, laying it all out, filming it, editing it, finding a platform for it, all that stuff. And it took months, and I was super excited about it. And then I put it up on my personal Facebook profile, and then I made a couple posts about it. I put it on LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever accounts I had, and I got crickets. And that is something that so many people have. They just, you don't build an audience to sell to, and then you have no one, you have your friends, but they are probably not going to be, the friends that you've gotten off of Facebook that are just friends from high school are probably not interested in, your course on how to film or how to do whatever. So, and it can be really intimidating and, set people back quite a bit when they're starting. So, and that's what we're here to go over today, like how not to have that happen to you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one common mistake that a lot of creators have. They started by doing and by creating everything, and then later they figure it out. Oh, maybe I have to validate the idea first. So yeah, this is a common mistake. So, in your opinion, how can lead generation help an online course creator?
Well, first of all, you're building an audience, but you're also learning from that audience. So,
Absolutely.
You're picking your niche, and then you're verifying your niche by seeing what these people are interested in. What is your group interested in? And so what you do to kind of build that list and to start building that audience, one of the first things, especially if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, is they've got these groups, and they're magical and powerful, and they have so many. You can find one on whatever niche you're in, probably more than one. Like on course creation or coaching, there's thousands. Just find some. And you can go in there and start to observe your audience. You can start to observe them where they're hanging out online. That's one of the first things you do, is find out where they're hanging out online, and then look at what they're engaging with. Look at what posts, what videos, what has a lot of, likes or a lot of comments. If you see a question and there's like 37 comments on it, whereas most posts maybe have 3, that's something to really notice about your audience. What about that question or post really got to them? And from there, you can kind of start seeing their needs, their wants, that kind of stuff. And then you can start building stuff off of that. Start making your own posts. That starts to put you there as an expert, someone who gives, and it shows you what's popular and what's not. If you have no audience or group of your own, it's very, very powerful to use other people's.
Yeah.
So once you're playing in the other groups, you're getting to know your audience. From there, I would start to create lead magnets. And what lead magnets are just freebies you give away for free in exchange for somebody's email. Mm-hmm. And there's a ton of platforms and ways to create them, but a lot of people use Canva, and you can create lists or slides or ebooks. I would make them short. whatever you make it really easy to go through, because yes, people gave you their email, but that doesn't equate to 3 hours of their time. So make it short, make it, simple, gives them a quick win. Videos are fantastic too. If you're good on video, which you probably should start getting good at video, especially if you're creating courses or, are a coach and you kind of want to get yourself out there, just start making videos of, the 3 things that really helped me to do X. The tools you need to start your business in X, that kind of thing. And so you give these away for free, and then you start building your email list. And then you can start sending surveys to your list as well. Start learning what they really want. Start sending emails. And then from there, I would use testing. They've got A/B testing on your emails, and you can see which emails are being read versus other ones. And the headline is one of the biggest things when it comes to emails. You got to nail that headline. And this allows you to test and see what they're really interested in. And so,
about the headlines, just this is something so important, that we are making our emails, paying attention of every detail, but the main thing is they need to open it, and the headline is one of the reasons that they are going to open or be interested or appealing to open. So
the 2 most important things in any email is the headline, number 1, so that they open it, because if they don't open it, it's pointless to send out. And then number 2 is the call to action. If you want them to join your Facebook group, you're trying to build your Facebook group, that button needs to work, or that link needs to work. Always test, always test before you send out an email. Open it in preview mode or send it to yourself and make sure that works. I can't tell you the number of times the link didn't work because the M at the end of .com got deleted or something.
Yeah, and you learn that by experience usually. You find out that you just send something and then you are just checking and you find like, oh my God, this is not checked. And then you just get the habit and you are checking all the time before you send, and that
definitely.
Always there is this moment where something went wrong.
It's not like a Facebook post where you can just edit it. Oh, you messed up, that's fine, I can just edit it. No, it's already been sent out. So definitely check that. But this allows you to really figure out what they want, what they need. They don't always want and need the same thing. Sometimes you got to almost tell, like, you show them what they want, and then you show them why they need something else as well. So there is kind of that. But messaging, copy is very hard to write because everybody's audience is different. When you get a copywriter, they're really going to try and figure out what's hitting with your audience. So as far as you writing your copy, which is where you're going to be starting, you have to really start seeing what messages hit so that you can use that later when you're trying to sell things. And another thing that people think, especially when it comes to courses, is that, I can just, I can make this course, people are going to love it, even though I don't have an audience. But also, even though I've never taught on it before, you might have had success going from A to B, and you want to tell everybody how you got from A to B, how you dropped those 10 pounds, how you got that confidence, how you got that raise at work, but you've never taught anyone. And so this is what I say to any course creator who's just starting and has never taught on this before. Offer some free coaching. Sometimes one of the freebies you can give away is, hey, here's a free call. On this free call, we're going to be doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to help you to do A, and it's going to be great. Sign up here. That is, it is amazing because you learn how to, you learn how to have somebody go from this small point to another point. Sometimes people, they'll coach somebody or maybe like 3 people for a month or 2. That way they can really kind of nail and see, all right, where's the bottlenecks? Where are people slipping up? What questions are common? You know, the big things that they really like or they really don't like. And this gives you a lot more confidence. And a lot of people have this feeling of the imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're starting out, you're like, I'm not the best expert on this, or I don't feel like I can charge this, or, you know, something like that. And, you know, they're like, I don't know that I should be selling this or that kind of stuff. Coaching for free or for very little is a great way to start, because you start to really get that confidence. You start to believe, and you can use these your clients as testimonials. Hey, you know, maybe I should be charging for this. Maybe I should be charging more because I got Stacy from 0 to 5K a month in 30 days. You know, maybe I'm amazing and I need to charge for this. And another thing, if you do have imposter syndrome, that is fine. That's kind of normal when you're starting out. Don't get too hung up on it, because yes, maybe I'm not as good as Tony Robbins when it comes to giving people confidence, but I'm closer probably to where they are if they're building a small business or so. I am closer to where they are because I remember in school, so I was in this statistics class, right? And I just stopped going to class because that teacher was so far ahead. Like, he would use these terms that I didn't understand, and he'd use analogies that used technology I wasn't even born for. So I would go to the tutoring center, and the tutor there, who was, you know, maybe 3 years ahead of me in statistical knowledge, he was able to really just put it in my language, not talk about Blackberries and, and Nokias. And it was just easier. So you are right for someone, whether you are able to talk about newer technology that somebody who's been teaching in this for 37 years might not know about. You might be able to put it in a way that this kind of person understands better. And you're probably going to be cheaper if you're starting out. So you might be in their range for what they can pay, whereas Tony Robbins charges probably 30K plus a month. So he's not in most people's.
Also, because you could be aligned to their values, your story could resonate with them, or just yourself, your way of teaching and your way to explain that could be more helpful for them, and they could learn in a more convenient way. So doesn't have to be just because of your experience. Of course, you need to have proof. If you are teaching a framework, you have to prove that this is working and get results, and it's not just for yourself a formula and it's the same for everyone. So you need to prove that. But your method will resonate with some people that is just the right people for you, and you are the right people for teach them. So I totally agree on this. So yeah.
Absolutely. And you might have a common background that you both can relate to.
Yeah.
You might have it where you're teaching how to build this business on a shoestring, and most people are teaching, okay, you need to invest 30K to even start this thing. There's a lot of differences between each coach, between each course creator.
Yeah, there is not just one way to do the thing. So always there are several ways that you can get to a point. It's just you are teaching your way to do it in a way that could be the best for someone, because they are similar to you in some aspect. So yeah, totally. Now, could you please share with us the most common myth that you have found in our industry?
Just put it out there and people will buy it. You build it and they will come. That is wrong. That is wrong. You need to get yourself out there too. I mean, aside from building that audience, you need to get yourself out there. And that can be through the lead magnets, again, where you are posting it. Posting these lead magnets and getting people to sign up is actually practice for when you go to sell this thing. learning, hey, what gets people interested really does help. And especially once you get to the point of, giving away those free calls, especially if you're in the high ticket, if you want to sell high ticket, which is actually, a lot of people are afraid of doing high ticket first, which actually, if you give away freebies, you're not doing high ticket first. That's very low. So, that can be a great stepping point. But if you are going to be a coach, or you're going to be a course creator, you're going to kind of sell your knowledge to help people, I would really suggest thinking about doing high ticket first. And the reason for that is it's really hard to make a good income if you're selling something for $20 or even $20 a month. It can be really hard unless you got 10,000 people on your email list that really love you and can't wait to buy from you and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and you could start out with, just if it's coaching, like $500 a month, or if it's a course, $500 for the course or something. That's kind of low, but I've seen a lot of people start there, so we'll go with that. And it really starts bringing in your confidence. And again, if you do it for free, if you have some beta testers, whether that's free coaching calls that you're giving, or you're letting people in for free so that you can get testimonials. I've seen a lot of people, hey, I'll let you in this course for free. I just need a testimonial from you, kind of setting that up and then selling it for high ticket, because then you can really start bringing in that cash flow. You can really start, learning what does and what doesn't work. And you're just starting from a much better place than, oh, yay, I got 3 people, but and they paid me each $100 for this course, and that is not worth the time I put into this course. So I highly suggest trying it, and I would suggest coaching. Then, so you start off with coaching, maybe free coaching, then paid coaching, and then when you want to start scaling, you start going into where it's kind of a hybrid. You're starting to build this course. Here's where you're getting people from A to B over and over and over again. You've kind of got a system now.
Yeah.
Because the system that worked for you might not work for a lot of other people. You might have had a lot of things that most people don't have, or experiences that most people don't have, or skills most people don't have. So you've gotten a lot of people from A to B, you've got amazing testimonials. Now you start building that course, that system, and you start having group coaching as opposed to one-on-one. So instead of only being able to have like 5-10 people max in a week, you can have 25. It's not a problem because it's a group coaching. And then, you can have the course separate, but I would always have some part of your business be that group or one-on-one. And the reason for that is just like that coach that has been teaching for 37 years that we talked about before, technology is going to change. People's opinions of things are going to change. There's going to be some changes in the environment. We're talking real estate, that stuff changes all the time. Yeah. You need to have students that you talk to that aren't just, typing maybe a question or two here or there because they're taking a completely online course, no video with you at all. You need to have those meetings because they help you continually make your course better and better and better, but also they help you update it as things change. So I would always have that aspect, no matter if it's just, coaching, course creation, whatever you're making, have some person-to-person aspect.
Yeah, you need to be in contact with your audience and know what are their problems and the need, and be aware if something is changing. So even for your own communication and marketing message and everything, you need to be updated. So otherwise you are not speaking their language. So they are not feeling that you are the right person to teach that. Or
yeah, exactly. You're a lot more relatable when you can talk about things that are affecting people now. COVID was a big thing that changed a lot of things. You can say, hey, if you drop, this thing happened with COVID, here's how you can protect yourself while continuing to do X. Makes you very relatable.
Yeah. So now please talk about the biggest objection that you have to address when working with your customers.
So this is the objection that you're going to get all the time with whatever selling you're doing, especially if you're doing calls to get people in, whether those are just free calls or you're selling at the end of the calls. I don't have the money, or I'm not sure about buying this, or that kind of stuff. And that is something all of us are going to get, and you're going to get multiple times, and that's okay. That's really okay. So first of all, what you do if you have that, you're selling high ticket, right? If you're selling high ticket, they're like, and maybe you're selling a $1,000 course, whatever, okay? And they're like, okay, I can't pay for that. Well, there's two things there. There's the people who have the money who don't want to spend it, and then there's people who just don't have the money. So if they're the second one, they don't have the money, period. They really just don't have the money. They can't afford it.
Yeah.
That's when you've heard of upselling. Well, now you do the opposite and you sell them a lower ticket item. Maybe you have, a mini course that you sell for $30 and you go, okay, well, that's fine. Check this out. It can help you get from A to B. I'm not there personally, but I think you've got, the brain to figure it out. And you give them that, or you go, okay, here's my page of freebies. It sounds like you want something like this. Here's my checklist on how to start that. Now, if it's the first person who has the money, but they aren't sure about this, they don't know, should I pay for this? You can talk about what happens if they don't buy this. So if you don't buy this, you're going to spend 10 months making a course like I did and not being able to sell it. You're not going to reach your goal of making 5-10K a month. You are not, you're not going to be able to go on that vacation that you talked about. You're not going to be able to work from home. You're still going to have to go see your boss. That boss you hate that you said you wanted to strangle. Yeah, well, you're just going to have to, you're going to keep working there. Here's what life would be like if you did, buy the course. So you talk about what happened if they don't, and then you go into kind of what would happen if they did. You're working from home. You don't have to see those coworkers that you hate, or that guy who smells like beef jerky all the time. It's nice and sunny outside. You're with your kids. You aren't working 80 hours a week, but you're still making the income and your sales goals that you want. You're bringing an impact into the world. You're helping others, that kind of stuff. And based on what has been going well in your emails and your messaging, you can bring that in and go, look, if you do this, we will take, we will do a step-by-step. I will lay out exactly what you need to do. Each month we'll do this, or, I will take you from A to B this way. That kind of stuff. So you will always get that objection.
Yeah.
And what you need to do is figure out which person, do they have the money or not? And then, can you downsell, or can you really show what will happen if they don't buy this?
Yeah, that's a great tip. So now, when it comes to lead generation, what is the number one strategy that you recommend to your customers?
So definitely using those freebies. They tell you what people like. They tell you what messaging works. You can start building that email list, interacting with that email list, just sending out emails saying, hey, I just did a Facebook Live on the 10 reasons you should do X. Check it out, button. That's it. Keeping in front of them, letting them know that you're the expert, you're here to help, that, and showing, hey guys, I just wanted to show you real quick what my client Elisa did today. It's been 30 days of working with me, and she has trained. She started her dog training business, and now she has 30 clients and 50 dogs, and now they can all dance to Justin Bieber's new song, whatever. Showing your accomplishments, showing your clients' accomplishments more than anything. Show those.
Yeah.
That shows them that, yes, this is possible. If Margaret can do it, I can do it. That kind of thing. Showing them that, and then, yes, providing them with info and giving them that quick win. Whether it's, hey, here's how to build, your checklist on Canva, or here's how to be more confident in your day-to-day. Here's how to calm down after your children have just made you want to pull your hair out, stuff like that. It makes you a real person. And I really video is great. If you ever create like a group or, YouTube or anything like that, lots of video, because they see you as a person.
Yeah, it's a great way to generate more trust, and you are feeling more the person. Even also, for example, audio is have this intimacy that they are bringing so close to you, and that, but the video is something else, because they are watching you, and you're not verbal communication, and that, and it's something else that is adding to this. So and absolutely, this communication where you are speaking to them and showing that this is possible, and giving them this this is the opportunity that you can take, and it's something that is possible. It's not just me saying, but it's also proof that someone else is getting these results, and you can get this transformation too. So totally. So now I have a last question for you. So what is the compliment that you have received from a customer that has touched you the most?
So I've got a lot of really nice compliments in the past, and that is one of the most rewarding things about having kind of a knowledge-based service is the compliments, and they go straight to your heart. And one of the first ones, so I'll go with one of the first ones. It was simply that she said, "Oh my gosh, I love how confident you are. I want to be confident like you." And at that time, I didn't feel very confident. I was making these videos and I'm like, I'm messing up. And I started to get more confident the more videos I made. Heads up, that's going to happen. You're going to get better at them. The first ones are going to be terrible. It's going to be great though, because you're going to look back and you're going to be like, look how far I've gone. But the fact that she said that made me so much more confident, and it taught me the value of mindset. And when I first started, I wasn't so keen on the mindset and focusing on that. It's like, here's how you do this business stuff. Here's how to business. Here's how to take, here's how to go from 0 to 100 leads in a month. Here's how to start scaling. Here's how to get an offer that people can't wait to buy or something. That was what I was really, really focused on. And as I've gone along, I've realized that you need to balance that with some mindset stuff, because I had a lot of things holding me back. A lot of people have, a lot of things holding them back, and it's not just fluff. The mindset stuff is not just fluff how I thought it was before. And that comment really made me realize it, because we started working on confidence and that imposter syndrome stuff and getting yourself out there and that kind of stuff once she said that.
And that's so important, because if you don't have the right mindset, doesn't matter all the strategy that you can recommend them, or the techniques that that works or anything, because if they are not in the right mindset and they don't have confidence that they could do this, and they trust themselves, it's not possible that someone else is going to trust them, because they are not showing that and they are not sure. And it's nice how even if you feel not so confident with yourself, you were leading this customer of yours, she was seeing that confidence and be like, I want that as well. So it's nice how you lead by example, and you make, even if you are not certain 100% sure, you go and put yourself in front of the camera, and this is going to help someone else just for you going and doing that. So it's nice. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So please tell the audience how they can connect with you and learn more about you and your services.
Okay, awesome. So like you mentioned before, I am the founder of the C4 network. You can just type that in. It's for course creators, consultants, and coaches, or any expert trying to sell their knowledge. And if you want me to like look over your business real quick, see where your roadblocks are, get you to start selling that high ticket program, because I really focus on the high ticket stuff. If you want to start, building that income, building that business, kind of getting it on autopilot and quit your 9 to 5, in the description be a link for a call. It's just a free call to go over, what is holding you back, and then right there, and then we can just get rid of those roadblocks. So go ahead, or if this is, or on Facebook, you can just type in call, put call in the comments, and I'll just message you.
Okay, so thank you for all the insights about lead generation and course creation. I really enjoyed the conversation, and we could, of course, speak hours about this.
Yeah.
But let's stop here, and maybe have some second time in the future. So thank you for being here, for accepting the invitation, and for all the insights and tips that you have given us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I love this. This was fun. I enjoyed it. And I am excited for everyone on here. Get out there, get yourself out there, start building that list, start selling. You got this.
Okay, thank you. So see you soon.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.